Oh, there it is. We are live, my friends. What's going on, everybody? How's it going, Facebook? It's Noah Smith. Hope you're having a great day today, man. What a great week we've had. It is smoking hot here in Ohio, and I'm just excited, man. Been in the studio grinding away. Email sitting in your guys' inbox real soon. A lot going on, putting shows together. But today, I'm taking a little time to jump on here, just going live with you guys today, sharing my heart. If you guys follow me on my music page, follow me. If friends with me, if your kids go to school with my kids, you now know that I'm talking about my coaching program and membership, the Long Cut Mindset. And I'm so excited because this is something that the membership is something that I'm passionate about. The community is something that I'm passionate about. But one of my favorite things to talk about with my kids and my band and my wife and my friends and pretty much anybody that knows me is how to set smarter goals, because it's one thing that really moved the needle for me in my life and my career a few years back. I read an incredible book by Mr. Michael Hyatt. Shout out to all my Michael Hyatt friends, called Free to Focus. That book, I always say the Bible changed my heart, and that book changed my life. My folks were always telling me growing up that I had too many irons in the fire, too much going on, and just couldn't keep my focus. I'm kind of an idea machine, 100 miles per hour. A lot of independent artist friends of mine, we just kind of go, 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 go. Next thing you know, we're running the whole thing off the cliff. What's up, everybody? I see you guys jumping on. So today I want to share a little bit. I got a video that I'm going to be sharing with you. That's a video straight out of my training series that I put together on how to set smarter goals. But I surveyed about 60 to 70 of my artist friends, and over the last year, including the people that are inside of the Long Cut Mindset, started diving in and studying a lot about how do we set healthier goals. My oldest son literally just hit me up the other day. I woke up to a text message of, don't tell him that you guys heard me talk about this, but I'm sharing a little bit of story. He's not on Facebook. If this was on TikTok or Snap, we'd be in trouble. But he actually sincerely sent me a message. I woke up and he was kind of asking. He's a huge basketball nut. All he does is he trains and he goes out and works harder than anybody I've ever seen at anything. He's definitely been paying attention to me and Candace, because we get after it, and I'm really proud of him in this regard. But he sent me something about basketball, and he asked if we would be proud of him if he only played D2 and D3 basketball, which, his goals are setting on, I want to play D1, I want to be in the NBA. Like, that's where his heart is. He's a total sneaker nut and total NBA nut. And he asked me that question because we're always talking about how to set smarter goals, smarter, how to set smarter goals. And I'm going to share that with you guys. I'm going to share that framework. It's something that I developed from learning from Michael Hyatt, from learning from my business coaches, from studying how to do set goals. So when I started surveying artist friends of mine, 70% of them replied that they don't take time to actually set goals. Little fact for you. I was doing some research. Also, we all know that New Year's resolutions don't work. We all know there's tons of jokes and memes that come up because nobody sees any progress along them. So I found this framework. I'll be sharing it with you in the video later coming up. But this has just blew my mind that 70% of the people that I started reaching out to, sending a survey out to, that are actually independent artists, booking their own shows, touring around the country, writing their own songs, putting their own music out. That's exactly what I've been doing for many, many years. And I do think the one thing that's helped me move the needle farther in my career than anything is when I learned how to start setting smarter goals, how to align my life and my career and have the double win at both. And just to share a little story with you, I came coming up booking shows all through college, was in bands. Graduated from college, went to the University of Cincinnati Conservatory of Music. Go, go, go. Thought I was going to be a rock star by the age of 19. Had our first son when I was 20. Still in bands. Go, go, go. Putting on shows. And it just really never stopped. Was working full-time construction. Was also running a DJ business on the side. Was doing audio engineering on the side. And things kind of blew up for me about 3 or 4 years ago, right when I really started taking my artist career serious. And I found this book by Michael Hyatt called Free to Focus. Go check it out. I always say the Bible changed my heart. This book changed my life. I really want you guys to go check it out. I'm going to be sharing some things that I learned from that, but also what I developed for independent artists inside the Long Cut Mindset. This tool system, the Smarter system, is an acronym, SMARTER. Some of you guys have probably heard of SMART. It's been passed around in business circles for many, many times. Michael added 2 more things, exciting and relevant, to the end of it. So we got specific, measurable, actionable, risky, time keyed, exciting, and relevant. These are all things that versus just saying, hey, I'm going to set some goals in my life. I want to be an independent artist. This smarter framework is something I'm really passionate about. I'm going to be sharing a video with you in just a couple minutes, so stay tuned. I just wanted to share with you guys because a lot of people don't know what the content looks like. I'm getting DM'd a lot. I blew up a bunch of people's messages on Instagram. So just sharing a little bit more about what I'm doing inside of this program. The Long Cut Mindset is something I've dreamed of for a long time. It's a community for coaching independent artists. If you're looking to change the conversation in your career, if you want to book more shows, if you want more accountability, if you want more community, the Long Cut Mindset is an incredible thing. Once a month, we go live inside of what we call the Long Cut Mindset Mastermind. So we come to the table, we do a live Zoom call. I see you guys see me, and we dive into a little group coaching where we're sharing what's working in our business, what's not working in our career, and one resource that we can help the group with. Actually, it's the first Sunday of every month. So if you get inside the membership today, things are going to be closing on Monday. I'll make sure I got this lined up here for you so I can play this video. Things are going to be closing this Monday. So once you get inside, you get right, boom, the very first Sunday of the month, we're going to be doing a live mastermind. We're also going to be sharing some quotes, which is really cool. You also get inside of our private Facebook group. But after Monday, you're not going to be getting in. Things are closing down. And I'm telling you, man, this community is really special. I built this from the ground up. I'm still learning. Shout out to all my founding members who have been with me from day one. Shout out to all my fan membership folks. I see you guys supporting me. It's a weird, wild time. Who knows where things are going with our live touring? Who knows where things are going to happen with releasing music? If you're an artist, I was on about 3 or 4 phone calls yesterday with people in PR and marketing, social media team. We're all just kind of scratching our head on where this thing's going to go. We got hit hard last year in 2020. If you were like me, more anxiety in your life than you've ever experienced. I truly ended up in a therapy chair for 8 weeks, and I'm grateful for that journey because now I get to share that with other people. But man, I have so many artist friends that are struggling, suffering. The thing that they've built, the ship that they've built, the dream that they've built for many, many years is literally on hold. There's a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of shows. We're touring some this weekend and playing music. But where things go after this, I'm not sure. So instead of speculating, we're getting sharp. We're sharpening our skills, and we're hanging out inside of this incredible community. The Long Cut Mindset, you're going to come in for these videos. You're going to come in for the training. You're going to come in for the coaching. But I promise you'll stick around for the community. I think about folks like Sarah Garak. She's an artist in Cincinnati, coming up, learning her songwriting, learning her craft. And man, there's not a day that goes by that Sarah's not showing up, sharing some insight, sharing a tool, sharing a quote to help build the community up. Think about folks like my boy Dave Ernst. What's up, man? I see you out touring around. An incredible network of musicians that he's coming in and sharing his experience. He's had label deals in the past and distribution deals. And to be in a room just hanging out, sharing thoughts with guys like this, that's what the mastermind is all about. If one of us win, we all win kind of mentality. We're truly better together. It's something I believed in for a long time. And inside of that, you're going to start feeling a little accountability that you might not have ever felt before. I know for me, working in a team environment changes my game completely. We all get in our own studios and it's just wild and crazy. So I just wanted to share this a little bit. I got a video coming right up for you. Side, we got community, accountability, and then you get coaching with me. I'm available. I've been booking my own shows, hundreds and hundreds of shows for many years. I've been on the road, toured 12 different states, won a couple of fancy things, fancy awards and accolades. We won't get into that along the way, but now I'm so excited to share my knowledge and my experience with you guys. I'm still an independent artist. I got new music coming out 3-4 weeks ago. I just had a new single drop. So I'm on this journey with you guys as artists. And inside of this community, when you join, all you got to do is sign up. It's less than $1 a day. You get instant access to all my training videos that I put together to help you. That I'm going to share one on how to set smarter goals with you real soon. You also get a couple tips and tricks along the way that I've shared. One of my favorite things is a bonus video that I have inside for you. I just put in is a breakdown on how I use the Eisenhower matrix to decide what's important and urgent in my life and career. So when we go all the way back to the truth of what I started out talking about, how less than 3% of the United States actually write down their physical goals in a notebook. My notebook's right here. It's always with me. That's what's been changing my game for a few years now. I've been moving the needle, and I cannot wait to share a little bit more about that. So let's dive into this. What is the Smarter framework? Again, this isn't something that I completely developed, but I've taken it and applied it to my life as an independent artist. SMART is specific, measurable, actionable, risky, time keyed, exciting, and relevant. And that's what you're going to start using to funnel down and break down your goals. It's the system that I bring out. I literally write it on the top. And before I start setting my goals, my annual goals boil down to my monthly goals, boil down to my weekly goals, boil down to my daily goals. The next thing you know, you're putting music out, you're putting records out, you're putting videos out, you're doing better promotion than you've ever done. Maybe you learn a little bit about how to be a songwriter. Maybe you learn a little bit more on the producing side of the world. That's what it's all about, because as artists and creatives, we all just kind of float around a lot of times. And this course, this membership, this community is about getting laser focused on who you want to be. It all starts with the foundation of you, and then we grow it from there. So I hope you guys will join us. I'm jumping on here just to share a little bit about my journey, to share a little bit of my training videos. This is all brand new to me, and I'm super excited. I'm out sharing songs, and doing creative stuff, but coaching is something I've just fell in love with, and I hope you guys will check this out. So I'm going to be just a couple minutes. I'm going to throw over this video, just 1 minute here, and I'll throw this video up. This is a training video that you get instant access to inside your own membership portal. You can bring it up anytime. There's several videos inside. You can get a download to my long cut planner that I use daily to help plan my own life, my own career. So if you guys have been watching my life and my career, you've been seeing things are going on, learned a lot of lessons just in 2020. Big sucker punch to the right from Kimbo Slice is what it felt like was my 2020. Learn a lot of lessons along the way, constant learning, continuous growth. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to jump up. I'm going to throw this video up for you guys. Just want to share this with you on how to set smarter goals as an independent artist. Doors are closing on Monday. If you're digging this, if you know somebody that can use this in their life or their career as artists, creatives, really anybody I think could benefit, but it's all about independent artists inside. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to play this video for you. Share it around. If you're an independent artist, if you know somebody that's an artist that you think, man, this guy needs to get off his butt, he needs to get in line. I mean, how many artists do we know that's like, God, he's so good, or she's such a good songwriter, but nothing ever really develops? The long cut mindset's about changing that conversation. This community is really, really going to do that. All right, guys. So I'm going to throw this video up for you. This is all about how to set smarter goals as an independent artist. I hope you love it. You'll have access for this as soon as you get inside the membership. Over the last 15 years, I've been touring around, booking my own shows, putting out my own records, and playing in clubs throughout the United States and Canada. The more time I spend with folks on the road and in the studio, I realize that a lot of my peers have never put their time into actually writing down their goals. Do not underestimate the power of a written goal. In other circles in business, and in fact, the research shows us that the people that actually write down their goals will significantly accomplish more than those who just say their goals out loud. Now, I could dive into the deep science behind why this is true, but what I want to share with you today is what has worked in my life as an independent artist. When I started carrying around this notebook, I started realizing that this was my reference. If something came up that was going to distract me, and let's be honest, the music industry gives us a lot of distractions. This was my source to go back and say, that's the vision I've cast for myself. Reviewing my days with a weekly preview where I start on Sunday and look at what's coming up and look at what's behind me, and keeping these goals in front of me, it just changed my game. Right now, if I parachuted into your calendar, what would I see? In my life, if it's not on the calendar, it just doesn't exist. Your calendar should be a deep reflection of what your goals look like, and not just this week. I'm talking 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years from now. You should be able to reverse engineer this thing all the way back to today, when you can pick up your notebook and you can look inside and say, what are my goals this year? Many times I've set my goals and I've came out of that session when I'm pumped up and ready to take on the world. I'm telling my band and my team what we're going to be doing. And in 2 weeks, I'm sitting at my desk, scratching my head and thinking, what was I supposed to be doing this week? Without this, without it written down here, without it kept somewhere, even in Google Drive or Dropbox, something for you to reference, you have to write your goals down. We're just too busy and we're too creative and we're going 100 miles per hour. Idea machines, most of us are. I'm a husband and a father and a creative, and a songwriter and a promoter and a booker and a graphic design and a social media and a da-da-da and making videos, and it just piles up. And without this notebook with my goals written down, I lose track so easy. There's been times where I've came out of a brain dump session. I'm telling my band everything that we're going to be tackling in the months to come. And 2 weeks later, I'm sitting at my desk, distraction email pops in. I get the notification, I check it, and I've instantly lost track of what my goals are. So write your goals down. This way you can reflect, you can review, even daily. You can get in there and say, this is where I'm headed. You throw that spear out, you march towards it, you pick it up, you go into the next day, you throw the spear again. That's the importance of writing down your goals. I'm going to share with you this super awesome secret. Some of you may have heard about this, but it's an awesome tool that I use every time I'm setting my goals. So this is where they're going to end up, but now I'm going to help you start setting healthier goals. Write them down. Do not skip this part. Putting your goals down on a physical piece of paper, I don't know what it is. I don't know what magical sauce that comes with it, but there's just something so special about grabbing your notebook, writing it down, and realizing in that moment, your goals are real and they're actually going to happen. The second point I want to share with you about setting goals as an independent artist is don't set too many goals. Productivity studies have showed that most people can't handle more than 5 to 10. I'll be honest, for me, it's about 3 to 5 things that I can really focus on in the year to come and really tackle well. The worst thing you can do is try to sneak in a pile and just mess of things that should have been done last week, that you're trying to trick yourself into these actually being goals. And there should just be tasks that you should have handled years ago. This is actually just another form of procrastination as you take focus off the things that you really need to focus on to move the needle in your career. The truth is, I should be able to walk up to you and say, hey, man, what's your goals for this year? And without hesitation, you should be able to recite them back to anybody on your team, anybody in your band, your family, your friends, or your coach. The third tip I want to share with you today is how you can make smarter goals. This one was a huge breakthrough for me. I read Michael Hyatt's book, Free to Focus, and I'm not going to lie, it changed my life. Go check that book out when you have a couple moments, listening to it while you're driving down the road. It's an incredible read. And this tool and this system is something that I've seen out in the world, but as an independent artist, nobody shared this with me coming up. And what it does, it helps you from just setting these giant, ugly, ambiguous, I'm going to do music, I'm going to book a tour, I'm going to do these things. And it actually gives us measurable, actionable items that we can put together to make sure that we are actually accomplishing our goals, which is the goal of this whole talk anyway. So underneath the SMART acronym, there's a few things I'm going to share with you. The first one is specific. Your goals, as you're writing them down, should identify exactly what it takes for you to get from point A to point B. A bad example of this is, dude, I'm going to make a record. A good example is, I'm going to schedule studio time next Tuesday to start my new record. The next letter on how to make SMART goals is measurable. As the old adage goes, you cannot manage what you can't measure. If possible, try to quantify the results. You want to be absolutely 100% sure that you're reaching your goal. A bad example, I want to make more money this year. A good example, I want to book enough shows that I make $5,000 more than I did last year. The next letter in how to make SMART goals is A, actionable. Every goal should start with an action verb. Things like quit, run, eliminate, finish, rather than a to be verb like am, be, or have. A bad example is, I'm going to be more consistent at writing songs. A good example is, finish 2 songs every week. The next letter in the criteria of how to set SMART goals, because I'm an 8 Enneagram, the Challenger, I love this one so much, and it's the R, which is risky. Your goals should push you just a little bit past the edge. A good goal should stretch you, but not too much. I like to be pushed right up to my comfort zone, and if I'm not getting pushed out of my comfort zone, it's probably not a healthy goal yet. At that point, I'm just not thinking big enough. A bad example of this is, this year, I'm going to book 10 more shows. A good example of this is, I'm going to increase my shows this year by 30. I know we're creative artist types and we like to flow with the muse, but this one's all about setting deadlines. Now that you have your goals written down, you need to know when you're going to actually accomplish them. When do you plan to actually do the work and deliver on these goals? Most of the time, this needs to be a date, but sometimes it's the benchmark in your career. A goal without a date is just a daydream. Make sure that every one of your goals ends with a date. This is when I'm going to do this by. A bad goal is, Design new merch. A good goal is design new merchandise and have it finished by this Friday, the 18th at 5 p.m. This system's been developed for many years, and I'm such a huge fan of Michael Hyatt. I mentioned his book earlier. I'm going to give him a shout out with two more examples. He took the SMART idea and he made it into smarter. So we have two more letters to share for you, and I think these are huge breakthroughs, and I think they're going to really help you move the needle in your goals this year. The next letter is E, which is exciting. You should be excited for the goals that you're setting for yourself. If you're not excited about your goals, who else is going to be? This energy and excitement is going to help you move the needle probably more than anything. Distractions will come up, and you being excited about your goals is going to help you to continue to move the needle every day as you focus and you push forward and you hit that finish line and you hit those deadlines. Excitement wins the day. A bad goal is, I'm going to write some new lyrics. A good goal is schedule 3 new co-writes with songwriters that you love and adore and have always dreamed about writing with. The last criteria in the Smarter Goals framework is relevant. Your goal should be relevant. It should be aligning with yourself, your values, where you are in this season of life. It also should be aligning with your other goals. Why would you set a goal today and next week that doesn't align with what you put in your notebook for next year? A bad goal would be, I'm going to start a new online business the same time that I'm recording my new record. A good goal would be do one or the other. The next point I want to leave you on how to set healthier goals and help you achieve these goals as an independent artist is reviewing your goals. While writing your goals down is so huge, one of my favorite things to do is my Sunday review and preview. Every Sunday at 8 p.m., my alarm goes off and it says weekly preview. Me and my wife sit down with our planners. We look at the week to come. And one of my favorite things to do is look back on the week that we had. There was actually a time that I released a brand new single. And to this date, it's my single that has gotten the most streams and the most listens out of anything. And the week after I released it, I remember that my energy was down and I was just wore out because there was so much going on. And it wasn't until that next Sunday that I went back and reviewed what I actually accomplished in my planner that week. And I realized this was one of the greatest weeks for an independent artist. I put new music out and I wasn't even celebrating the wins for that. So going back and reviewing that is just a great mental trigger. It gives you so much energy. It keeps your gratitude up and it just keeps you focused on the prize of why you're pursuing this life in the long cut as an independent artist. Let your goals inspire and populate your daily task. Your goals should be pouring out over everything that you're taking on in your artist career. The last point I want to share with you today that's going to help you set better goals as an independent artist is how you share those goals with other people. Now, yes, we love to talk about accountability. We love to talk about how when we manifest things out in the world, but you still have to do the work. In 2010, a guy named Derek Sivers actually gave a TED Talk on how important it is to share your goals. And sometimes when you share your goals too much with too many different people, it actually hurts the process because your brain and your dopamine triggers realize that when you shared it, in a way, you kind of trick yourself into thinking you've already accomplished part of it. When the truth is, the work hasn't even begun yet. I think it's really important to pick and choose who you share your goals with. Make sure it's somebody on your team that's going to help you, somebody that you can delegate projects to and tasks to. Make sure you're sharing your goals with people that you can trust and that are rooting for you, that are in your camp and ready to help you get this thing across the finish line. Do not share your goals with people that are not committed to helping you achieve them. Share them with your mentor, your coach, your bandmate, your teammates, your business partners. Many psychologists tell us that people that actually set and achieve goals live more meaningful, happy, and fulfilled lives. You are an independent artist. You're on a journey for happiness. At this point, you're defining and refining who you are. Focusing on your happiness and your fulfillment in life is the long cut journey. From my seat, you're already a leg up on the rest of the world. Your pursuit on happiness and living a fulfilled life is part of the reason why you are an independent artist. You don't know how to do anything else. You can't do anything else. So while you're here, get focused, define and refine who you are as an independent artist. Get out your notebook and your planner, write those goals down. Good luck to you on your long cut journey. Oh, yeah, there it was, guys. Just a little taste of the training inside. I've never shared any of this. This is inside the membership portal. So shout out to all of my current members, everybody inside the community. Guys, if you're an independent artist, that was a quick look at some of the training videos that I put together. I really believe it's time that you need to change the conversation. I'll be sharing more tools and tips and tricks. We're bringing in experts. We've had vocal coaches come in. We've had mindset coaches. Amy Gerhardt's came in, talked to us about how to keep a mindful presence in our life and our career. We have some incredible audio engineers and producers coming in next month, sharing with you about how you can prepare your tracks and prepare your music. We got people inside the membership that are just starting out. I think about folks that are just kind of getting the ball rolling and learning what it looks like to be an independent artist. We also have folks inside the membership already who have music out on Spotify and iTunes and tour and self-promote and self-book their own careers. I'm hanging out as your coach every month inside the mastermind. You also have access. You can shoot me a DM, email anytime you'd like. If you guys have questions, if you have questions about the long cut mindset, or you want one of these cool mugs that I had made, so it's official. It's official when we have a mug. But if you have questions, shoot me a DM today. I'd love for you guys to check it out. But real deal, this is no joke. I closed the doors to my fan membership, and I had 10 emails the next day, people wanting to get inside. The membership is closing on Monday at midnight. You will have until Monday for less than $1 a day. You can, in my honest opinion, when I was coming up as an artist, I would have paid $100 a month for the power that comes with this community, just to be able to have people to reach out and ask a question. Hey, what does a PRO mean? What does this even, how do I go about booking? Is anything going on in this area? Especially right now, everything that's going on with COVID and where the world's going is just such a power move, man, to have a community like this. If you don't have a network, a great quote to live by is your network is your net worth. And inside the Long Cut Mindset, it's a powerhouse full of folks that touring musicians, songwriters, independent artists, just like you. If you're just starting out, there's people to hang out with and share stories, people to learn from. If you're a vet, then I invite you to come in and, maybe forget what you think you know and come in with a brand new outlook about how you can change your mindset, you can sharpen your tools, and you can start setting smarter goals like we shared. I hope you enjoyed that video. That's just one of the training videos inside. I'm currently producing a bunch more. They're going to be coming out. You also get access to a couple bonuses. You get access to my long cut planner that I've designed. I know some of the members are using that, and it's really changing their game, helping them just knock things off their list. If you guys are somebody like, I know years ago, I would just take my notebook and have this big, long laundry list of things. I'd slowly make my way through it. A huge list is just a glorified form of procrastination. I invite you to change your focus. If you're an artist, if you're a creative, we're not just a bunch of stiff people working on spreadsheets. We are truly real deal folks. I got 2 shows this weekend. I got music coming out. I'm an independent artist just like you. There's going to be a reset. You're going to relearn what you thought you knew, and then you're going to be on the grind as you start kind of realizing, hey, things can be changed a little different. I can ask some questions. I have some people to lean into and a community of people that are welcoming me and not just pushing me out of the way while they get to the top of Music Mountain. That's what's inside the Long Cut Mindset. I hope you'll join us. Visit, guys, noahsmithcoaching.com right now. For less than $1 a day, you can sign up. You can pay monthly, you can pay quarterly, you can pay yearly. You save money as you go right now. If you want to change the conversation in your life as an independent artist, if you know somebody that this can help, share the link, get inside noahsmithcoaching.com. I invite you to come in and hang out with us. Shoot me a DM if you have questions. noahsmithcoaching.com. Go visit it. The doors close on Monday, guys, and that's it. You won't be able to do this. We're going to be on our way, and you guys are going to be sitting there going, man, I wish I could have joined that. But I can't let anybody in after Monday. I promise. That's it, because I got loyal founding members that have been inside hanging out for months. Our first mastermind's coming up again. So once you're inside, you'll get that the very first Sunday of every month. We hang out sharing what's working in our business, what do we need help with right now, and resources that we can help each other with. Guys, go check it out, noahsmithcoaching.com. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. Saw some of you guys hanging on here the whole time, so truly appreciate that. What's up, Ken? Good to see you, brother. Guys, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, whatever you're doing today, I hope that you're doing it ambitious as hell, and I will see you inside the membership, noahsmithcoaching.com. Welcome to the Long Cut Mindset. Peace, y'all.